All right, so now that you've registered for WileyPLUS and you've gotten into our course, this is what you're going to see when you log in. So this is me logged in as a student. Excuse me. So up here I see what I've done recently. Here I see my assignments that are due. Here I see my grades. So I've got a 50% participation compared to my classmates. So that means me going in and liking stuff, reading stuff. I'm about at the 50% ranking of the class. So you can see that. The time I've spent versus the top 10% of the class, how much time they've spent, the questions I've attempted versus the top 10% of the class, my performance versus the top 10%. So you can kind of get a gauge of where you are in the class. So the course stream, so you can see all the different things that are in the course stream. They'll give you little pop-ups to give you some hints about how to do this. So for example, here I put in the link to the Abyss clip that didn't have the sound the other day in class. Some students have liked stuff. I've made assignments, so those are all the assignments you have due. Some other students have liked stuff, so you can see that. I also put in a discussion question the other day. So list some topics, movies or films you'd like to see discussed in this class, and you can see some of our students have answered those, commented on those. So please feel free to comment on those, and I expect you to comment on those as you can, and that all goes into your participation grade. So this dashboard gives you kind of a big overview. Then if you come over here to this, what we call the hamburger menu, this one that looks like a bun, a hamburger bun, these three lines, you can access various things. So if you're in any other screen and you want to come back to this dashboard with the little 4 quadrants, you can just click the dashboard. The e-textbook takes you right to the textbook. It shows you what is due. So we're in chapter 1, what is due, what your performance is so far. So those are the questions I've answered so far. The assignments, if you take that, you can go to your assignments. I haven't started 5 of my assignments. I've submitted 2, so this is the next one that I haven't started, so I can click on that. Go ahead and read through that. So you read through, you can hover over a word and get the definition. There's figures that you can make a comment on. You can star them if you want to come back and see them later. That'll add them to your notes, which is over here. So if I click this and then come over here, it'll show me what I bookmarked, and I can open that to see what I bookmarked. So it's a very interactive textbook. So there's some, ask yourself. So this is kind of just for your own thinking. Some are discussion questions which you can click and it'll go into the course stream over here. This is the course stream. So you can start a new discussion, or if there's a discussion already on this section, you can answer that discussion. So you go through, you read, you understand everything that's there, hopefully. And then when you're done, you click the next section, which is the concept check. Now, I've already done some of these, but I could retake them. So I could do that. So there's 2 questions here, question 1, question 2. So I could answer this. So I might think that it's combustion of fuels provide energy and combustion of heating oil, something like that. So I'm getting most of these wrong. Well, at least one of them wrong, sorry. And then I could go on to the next question and answer that. What are the things that our clothes are made of? Well, clothes are not made of nutrients. Maybe I think they're made of surfactants, which are cleansing agents, antibiotics, dyes, well, definitely dyes, pain relievers, fever relievers, polymers like polyester, statins, which is a medicine, micronutrients, food. Nope. So I could submit that part, see how I did, or actually I got to do all of them before I see how I did. So cleaning materials, maybe I think that's the surfactants, and maybe for some reason I think it's polymers too. And you can just keep on going down. You can submit my part. What are foods? Well, nutrients are foods. Nutrients are foods. Maybe I think some polymers are food, some antibiotics are food. Submit that. Medicines. So, I'll pick what I think are some of my medicines. Submit that part. Once I'm done with all those parts, then it's going to grade those for me. And I can see that. And I can finish up. And now I've gotten a little better. So some of my performance has improved. I got, this one partially correct, got this one fully correct, got these partially correct. And how partially correct I got it, you can see by how much it fills up. So this one mostly, and so forth. So I could continue on, or I could go back to my assignments and go on to the next assignments, working with scientific units and so forth, to continue on. And then down here, I have the ones that I've already submitted and completed, and then I could finish those. I haven't posted a comment yet, so I could post a comment here, and that would complete that assignment. So you can always go to your assignments to see what you have to do. And up top here, you get your all, you're not started. So if you do that, it filters just to the ones you've not started. If you had any in progress, if you want to see the submitted ones. The graded ones, we haven't gotten to the graded, they're still not due yet, so you won't have any into the graded section yet. Course stream, you can just see everything that's in the course stream. Remember, we can also see that by going to the textbook and seeing that particular stream that is associated with each particular section. This is also another way to get to the textbook. If you click over here to the textbook, this gives you into the textbook, so you can go in there and you can check out different things there, your notes and your assignments, whether you submitted it, not started it, and so forth. Groups, we don't have any groups yet, but once you start getting into your groups, I will put your groups there as groups. Your notes, you can go find your notes. So now you can see all the notes that you've put together. Oops. X out of that. Excuse me, your activities, you can see what you've done. So I can see everything I've done. I've completed a practice. I've clicked on different things, so I can look at and see everything I've done. From here, in any of these screens, like the assignment screen, the activity screen, we can go ahead and click on that, and it'll take us right to that particular activity. So you can see that anywhere. My reports, if you go to the performance report, this basically gives you a recap of all the questions you've answered. So after each section in the textbook, so if you remember, you have the chemistry in our lives, section 1, then you have those concept check questions that you can answer, and it just continues on like that. So you read a section, you have your concept check. At the end of those, you have in chapter questions you need to do, which I haven't done yet. You can see there I haven't done this particular assignment. That's why it's kind of grayed out. I haven't done that assignment there. So I could go in and do that. I haven't done this assignment here, so I can go in and do that. In chapter 2, there's some actually concept questions and in chapter questions right after each other. So in some of the sections, so you have 2 sets of questions to answer. So, but in your report, the performance report, you can see all those questions. So if you wanted to go back and look at some of those questions, maybe you wanted to see all the ones you got incorrect, now you can go and look at them and you can see what you answered, and you can also show the correct answer. So now this is a way for checking yourself. So you do that, make sure you understand that again. You go to My Reports, Performance Report, and then if you want to see the correct answer on a question, if you want to get back to your performance report, this little icon here takes you back there. So if you go to the incorrect and you want to see that correct answer, you can show that right there. And you can constantly going back by clicking that icon. You can also click into here and see how you did per section. Click into the section, see the questions, and then you can also click the questions from there. And once again, this one was correct, so you have the answer already there. If you think there's a problem, usually there's not. These are pretty well vetted. You could click this, and then you can also always start a discussion on a question. And remember, always click that little icon to bring you back to your performance report. And there we can go show all. And we're in chapter 2. If we want to show all chapters, then that brings us back here. So you have all sorts of filtering that you have available there. So those are all your reports. Always you can return to the dashboard. The dashboard has the course stream, and if you click on that, that's the same as kind of coming through here and doing this. So there's multiple ways you can get to different places. You can post links in the course stream if you wanted. If you find like an interesting video you want to share with the class or a file, you can do all of that in there. So I really encourage you to use the course stream to be interactive, especially with your group. This is a good way to talk with your group. You can share information with your group. You can say, hey, group number 4, this is what I found on our topic or something like that. And then you can also like or comment on somebody else's course stream topics that are there. So that's a quick walkthrough of WileyPLUS Learning Space. Remember, you register for it. This is a free textbook. Everything here is free. I'm going to be assigning stuff in here, and then I'm also going to be asking you questions about how effective it was, what you liked about it, and that's going to go part of your grade also. So the hamburger menu, that allows you to access the different things. This is the textbook menu, brings you right to the textbook. And remember, you want to click on your assignments, and whatever you don't have started, you want to go ahead and start that. For reading assignments, by clicking on it, you've basically done it. So you've clicked on it, it's now saying that you've done it, and then you have to go to those concept check questions and answer those concept check questions. All right. Good luck with the class, and good luck with the WileyPLUS Learning Space, and really post into the course stream. I really want to see some comments from you there. Think of it like a Facebook page. It's the news feed there. That's our class news feed. All right. Have a good weekend. Bye.